Custom Tools helps you to focus on design and automate the rest. With Custom Tools, we try to help SOLIDWORKS users to automate their daily data management routines. Today, we are helping more than 7,500 SOLIDWORKS users worldwide to not only deliver their engineering project faster, but also ensuring that their design data is managed with consistency, offering major time and money savings to our customers. 96% of the Custom Tools users would recommend using Custom Tools to other SOLIDWORKS users. With Custom Tools, we try to address 4 main issues that the typical SOLIDWORKS users are facing daily. The first one is the wasted time that the designer has to spend to fulfill the project requirements. Those are usually tasks that can easily be automated, such as the file naming, the file conversion, printing, or drawing creation. The second one is the lack of consistency, which can lead to poor data management, small mistakes that will be costly on the long term for your company. The third one is that if you are not using a PDM system today, there is probably no standard way of designing and managing your SOLIDWORKS files used within your design team. On the long term, once again, that will lead to major issues as your data and files will grow over time, making it more and more difficult to manage. The last one is the manual data entries, which require major manual work when design data need to be transferred outside the engineering department, for example. Those tasks that have little value for SOLIDWORKS users, but that need to be done no matter what. The good news is that they can easily be automated in Custom Tools. Here, we have an overview of what we offer to the SOLIDWORKS and also the SOLIDWORKS PDM users. Custom Tools can be configured so that it adapts your way of working and not the opposite. As you can see, Custom Tools can be used from the time that you start working on a project until it gets completed and delivered for manufacturing. Let's get started with the file management. It will allow you to manage your SOLIDWORKS files based on project and automate your file naming rules between the design team. The property management will take the data management to the next level, as we offer many possibilities to configure the property pane, keeping in mind that we guide the SOLIDWORKS users to ensure that properties are filled correctly without any major constraint for the SOLIDWORKS users. The advanced search tool will allow you to search for SOLIDWORKS files based on the project or custom property values, or quickly locate in which assembly a part is being used. The sheet metal tools will allow you to easily and quickly create DXF files that are ready for processing. The batch operation can be used to print all the drawings related to an assembly at once or create file neutral formats such as PDF, JPEG, DXF, or whatever. Using powerful features to ensure that only the files that need to be processed are selected. The batch operation can also be used to automate the creation of your SOLIDWORKS drawings. The reporting can produce Excel reports which can be configured with custom properties and preview image of the 3D model. Those reports can also be customized to match specific requirements or formatting. The ERP link will allow you to run live search against your ERP and automate the creation of item and BOM from SOLIDWORKS or SOLIDWORKS PDM in your ERP. The collaboration is our integration with SOLIDWORKS PDM Professional that will allow you to trigger SOLIDWORKS PDM add-in to launch Custom Tools tasks within SOLIDWORKS PDM. The design reuse can be used to copy and rename assemblies so that you can quickly and easily get started with a new project. Enough talk, let's move to SOLIDWORKS for live demo. Before I get started with the live demo, I would like to emphasize that Custom Tools can be configured so that it adopts the way that you are working. We have quite a lot of wizards that can help you to really configure Custom Tools and easily get you started. Also, the configuration is made into profiles, so the profile is shared between different users, which means that if a change is made into the profile, the change will be available to all the different users. That being said, we could get started by the file management. So I'm going to create a new file in SOLIDWORKS using one of my templates. I will open here the property pane, which can also be used to manage the project and the file naming. So here I have selected the 3DEXPERIENCE world, which will be my project. And if I go here to my vault, we can see that we don't have any project yet created in PDM, or it could be any folder on the server. To generate a file name, CustomTools combine multiple custom properties together. So we can combine different properties together. For instance, here I have the project number, P because I have a part, a sequence that has been generated automatically, and also the sequence are shared between different users, which means that a sequence can be generated only once. Also from CustomTools, we are able to get the PDM sequence. So here I have the description property marked as red, which means that it's a compulsory property. So as long as I don't fill the property, I will not be able to save the document nor the custom property. So I can open the dictionaries that I have here. For example, select a description. So here I have selected the description bracket, and we can see here that the translation was also inserted in French. And here we can see that we have made a small change to the property that will be used to generate a file name. As I can define, I can really build the combination as I want. So here I have asked CustomTools to get the 3 first characters of the description. So as you can see, with CustomTools, we can easily build advanced file naming. All the file naming rules will be shared between the different designers. So when I click on OK, as we can see, CustomTools have saved the files, so we know exactly where the file should be saved and how it should be named. So if I use the Explore, so I can use the Explore to locate the file. So it's here now. And as we can see here, we have created the subfolder 3DEXPERIENCE world under the general folder, and the file has automatically been stored. If I would make some change to that property here that was used to generate a file name, CustomTools will automatically offer you to create a copy of that part or assembly, and also copy the drawings if they would exist. Here we can have also a look at the custom properties. So CustomTools has a lot to offer when it comes to custom property management. We can retrieve information from the EAP and link them with the custom property value of the document. We can build a very advanced lookup list. We can also have some interaction between the 3D model and the custom properties. For instance, here I could select a raw color and also a material. Once I hit OK, those parameters will also be applied to the 3D model. I can also link dimensions from the 3D model to my custom properties, so making it a lot easy. What we try to do with the custom properties is to make sure that properties are filled when they need to be filled, and also follow the formatting formats that is required. For instance, we could save in capital letters. We could define a maximum length for the custom property so that it's in accordance with some ERP system, for example. This is what we have for the custom properties. I'm not going to get too deep here, but I could move to the search. So CustomTools offers a search tool that can be quite powerful. So if you are using PDM Professional, the search tool is not available because you already have a very powerful search in PDM. So you can search documents based on the type, or you could also select one of the project where you want to search for a document. So here I can search for assembly, and I could also search for example, if I want to search for my conveyor, I could also use some custom property value to refine the search, as we can see here. Also, all the capabilities in CustomTools are integrated with one another, which means that, for instance, here, from the search result, I could access the print and convert, which is the batch operation. So I don't need to open the 3D model in SOLIDWORKS. I just have searched for my assembly, open it in the batch operation, and then CustomTools will automatically find all the references. We are going to find all the sub-assemblies, parts, and also the drawings that are referred in that assembly. So From the batch operation, SOLIDWORKS users will be able to achieve different tasks. We can do the batch printing. So you can define different profiles here, and then for each profile you're able to define specific parameters. For example, based on the drawing size, you can define to which printer, size and orientation the drawing should be printed, and CustomTools will take care of the rest for you. So it will detect automatically what type of drawing you have and always print it to the correct settings. In addition, we can print in the bill of material order. So this is something that can be quite useful, especially if you want to do the printing from PDM. Then we have the batch operation. So you can use the batch operation to convert your SOLIDWORKS drawings to or 3D model to different formats. So for instance, here I have some PDF, DXF, STEP, or whatever. So when we create some file conversion rules, we can also have some filters. So you can use, for instance, custom property to filter the documents to process, and also define which sheet of the drawing should be processed. So this allows you to only convert or print, or even do the drawing creation for a specific drawing. So this can be quite powerful. I'm not going to run the file conversion here, but I could, for instance, here select the export to SharePoint, and then here we can see that 5 conversion rules were automatically selected. And here, if I would click on OK, CustomTools would start to do the file conversion. But I could show you the result. So if I go here, we now have the folder that was created. Here I have, I can create like specific folder. For example, here I have some DXF. I have some DXF if, for example, I need to do some bending to my sheet metal. I can create specific folder. Or then if I need to do some leather cutting, I can arrange the DXF based on the material and also based on the thickness of the plate, as we can see here. So for every converted document, we can define like very useful rules just to store the documents, making it easy for anyone to find them. Here, for instance, I have the PDF for fabrication. So this is something that you can do with CustomTools. So instead of creating one PDF per drawing, you can create one PDF at the assembly level, where we are going to merge all the drawings referred to that assembly into one single PDF, making it easy to share documentation. Instead of sending like lot of drawings, you can just send like one PDF file. We can also control how the converted document will be named. For instance, here I could combine any custom properties for my documents or other parameters. So this is what we have for the batch printing and also for the file conversion. Also, what we could do, we could also use CustomTools to generate and create drawings. So I can search for my piston. Once again, from the search result, I could open here the document. So as we can see here, we have one drawing that was created for the top level assemblies, but all my parts are missing a drawing. So I could use CustomTools to, for instance, here create all my drawings. We are not going to create ready-made drawings for production, but we can help you to get started with the drawing creation, inserting the default views, inserting the custom properties, and also specific dimensions. So if I would hit OK, CustomTools would start the process of creating the drawings for parts or assemblies that do not have yet a drawing. So this could be quite useful. So here I'm going to close the search, and I could create here a drawing. So I will show you also, if you are working with sheet metal or weldment, CustomTools also has quite a lot to offer. So for instance, here I could use the bend feature. So here, as we can see, this bracket needs to be bended, so I could add an additional page in my drawing with bending dimension. Probably I would need to create a DXF files from that part, so I could use the cutting profile. And what this will do, it will create a new page again in my drawing, and this is ready to be sent to a leather cutting. So what we did here, what's a bit difficult to see, is that we did also some cleaning. So we kept the most outer and inner lines, just to make sure that what needs to be cut will be cut, and we also inserted some annotation for the bendings. So I could save my drawing, Okay, so now the drawing is saved. So we could return and have a look at the export. So I could close that part as I don't need it anymore. And I could search for my piston, for instance, and I could use the export. So from the export, the SOLIDWORKS users will be able to achieve different tasks. You can generate some Excel report, which we are going to have a look now. So the Excel report can be configured with different custom properties, and I could also insert a preview of the 3D model in my Excel report. So now we are checking the out-of-the-box report, so we are just going to generate it. So here we have the Excel report that was generated, and as I said, those reports can be configured with custom properties. So there are a lot of different use cases where those reports could be used. You could share them with your suppliers, you could also share them with your customers. So here we have an example of what we call the out-of-the-box report. But those reports could also be customized. So here we have an example of a report that was customized for one of our customers. So here we have just a list of all the parts, and then based on the category, we have created specific pages in the Excel file. So those reports can really be formatted just to customized to follow a specific format if needed. I could close this part, and I could now, let's open that piston in SOLIDWORKS, and we could have a look at the ERP integration. For the ERP integration, we have developed like different modules. So we have integration modules with Business Central, so it works on the cloud or on premises. Also with Dynamics NAV, and then for Odoo ERP system, for those, and also Oscar, which is a Finnish ERP. For those 4 ERP, we have developed some kind of like modules which can be deployed on top of CustomTools, making it very easy to integrate with those ERP system. Then for other ERP, we can also like do some integration. So we can integrate directly with the ERP using the web services or API of the ERP, or then we can also generate a customized text file based on the ERP. For the demo, I'm going to use BC. So first, I'm going to open that part, and I will show you like what we can do here. So from SOLIDWORKS here, I could use the search. So this allows me to search for item directly inside my ERP. So here we are looking at BC. So here we have the list of item, and I could do exactly the same filter. For example, let's say that I want to search for a tube, so I could search for just right here if I want to search for a tube and filter the result. Then I could select the corresponding item, and instead of having it to type it manually, I could just copy here automatically the values. So here I will also add a description, which is a compulsory field. So this is now saved. So let's assume that now we are ready with the ERP, and I want to export it to my ERP. So I will select here. So here I'm going to select the company where I want to run the export. So here CustomTools is building the bill of material that will be exported to the ERP. So here we can see here that we are able to define which custom property we want to map with the attribute of the item. So we have here a color code, and when I hit export, so CustomTools is going to generate some item number in my ERP, also write it back to the SOLIDWORKS documents, create like all items in my ERP, and also the bill of material. The export is now completed, so we can check in the ERP to check what has happened. So we can check, for example, here the item 761. So here, if I return here, we can search for the item 761, which is my piston assembly. So it's now here. So we can see here that we have also the preview image. We have some of the fields that were also mapped. Okay, and we could search for the BOM. And here we have the BOM that was automatically exported. So as you can see here, it's like extremely fast to run the export to the ERP system. And you can be sure that whatever is exported from SOLIDWORKS or from SOLIDWORKS PDM to the ERP is correct.